boy. What did I just do? God dang it. Okay. Well, I think we're good. Hey, Sagittarians. Think I did a little something I wasn't supposed to. I don't know why this look a little funny. But all right, y'all. Welcome. Oi. Okay, that's why I look a little funny. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hang tight. Let me just make sure this in here is secure. This thing been a little different lately. A little different. Okay. Oh, I think I need it over here. All right, Sagittarians. Why does that feel so strange? Okay. I think we're cooking now. Welcome, y'all. Hello. Thank you guys so much for being here. All right. For those of you that might be new, my name is Gabrielle, and you are tuned in to Cusp of Roses, where we do timeless general tarot readings for all 12 cusp zodiac signs every new and full moon and every zodiac season. So if you're interested in that content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can tune into my next live reading. All right. Hope everybody is doing well whenever you find this. Again, this is timeless, okay? So only take the messages that truly resonate. All right, Sagittarians. I was meditating on your energy and I heard throat chakra. I heard it so loud. So I want to go ahead and get that started. After I light your throat chakra incense, I'm going to sound my singing bowl. Okay, we're going to maybe sound it 1 to 3 times, depending on how I intuitively feel guided to. As that sound is traveling, make sure you do whatever gratitude or grounding practice feels right and best for you in this moment, okay? And then once it ceases, once it's done traveling, we'll get into a little bit of like a pre-channel. I'm going to try to see what I can sense and feel in your energy, and then we'll see what the cards have to say, okay? So I'm lighting your incense now. Go ahead and get started on your gratitude. And then we'll see what y'all got going on in love and romance, okay? I will say here, before we even kind of get into that, entered into your energy a little bit, been meditating it, and I instantly got really playful, okay? Like super playful. Almost kind of like really giddy, really high vibe, really high energy. So that might be your energy here, Sagittarius. That could be the energy of somebody coming towards you or connected to you, but we gonna see, all right? So let's get started. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta adjust my shorts a little bit here. Okay. We a little juicy on this side of the camera, okay? But welcome, Sagittarians. How are y'all? I hope you're doing well. I hope that this live finds you all well and in good spirits. Like I said, I felt like your energy was super playful. Like just real high vibe, like feeling really, ooh, what is that? Oi. Feeling very like excitable, kind of flirty too, Sagittarius. I don't know if you guys are just feeling it with Venus being in Leo, but this like flirtatious energy just is running rampant all in your vortex, okay? And it feels good. It just feels really lighthearted, really fun, okay? Some of you guys might be out and about. It's the summertime. You might be meeting up, hanging out with friends, doing some things outside, meeting new people for sure. Feel like that's more or less for my singles. Okay, for those of you that are in relationships, you might just be in a very playful energy towards your partner. Yeah. Ooh. I just yikes. Yeah, dead end. That card's been coming out though the past few days. But I just heard like a cat purr or a cat like roar. Is that how you say that? Roar? Roar? No, cats don't roar. Well, a lion's a cat, and I guess it roars. I don't know. I don't know the proper term for oh meow, duh. But what is the name? If for those of y'all that might be cat lovers, what do you call? I think it is called a purr when cats like hum a little bit or they like vibrate or cats vibrate. Oh Lord, where are we going with this love message? Okay, maybe maybe there maybe there's some vibrations around a kitty. I don't know. You take that how you feel it's appropriate for you, Sagittarius, but I am starting to feel a lot of heat coming off my body. So maybe you're just releasing a lot of tension um, through sexual connection, intimacy in that type of way, physical intimacy, whether this is just solo dolo work, whether you have somebody. It's just like radiating off of you. A lot of sex appeal is what I just heard. You just might be having a lot of sex appeal right now. Okay, and oh, I just heard you're not afraid to use it. All right, don't hold nobody hostage here, Sagittarius. Okay, there's no need to get violent with all of that. No need. All right. Yeah, choices and decisions. Yeah. So some of you. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Divine. Thank you. The dead end card that just tried to sneak out, and then choices and decisions. Oh, Sagittarius. Now this could be you, and this could be this person that you might be in a connection with or connected to your energy, or somebody who's trying to get your attention. I say that to say that I kind of feel like someone's trying to taunt the other person with their, I guess, sexuality, but just kind of like, yeah, like I'm outside, look at me, da 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 da, because something feels like a dead end. So maybe you're thinking that's a way to kind of get the spark back out of a person if you're dealing with them or in a relationship. Maybe some of you are trying to be a little extra flirty with somebody to let them know that you like them. Like, yeah, it's kind of like somebody might be even giving like an ultimatum in a relationship. I'm getting a couple different timelines. So really connect with what you connect with, okay? Use your intuition. This is what these readings are for, to sharpen your own intuition. And so it could be a tool for you, right? In your day-to-day life. But yeah, somebody might be giving like an ultimatum. Like, if you don't make a decision around where this relationship is going, I'm outside. Okay, like I'm gonna be out. And I'm not gonna spare your feelings. Whoa, Sagittarius. Yes, a little bit of that Capricorn energy present, definitely a little bit of that Sag energy. So you're in your vibe. You're definitely in your element, Sagittarius, right now. And it's like, don't make me use what I know, because it will hurt. Why are you threatening? Maybe something has had to happen. Something's happened to either piss you off. If you're dealing with somebody, they either did something to piss you off, or you're just like fed up with something. And maybe this is you just acting out a little bit. Okay, so just be mindful, Sagittarius. If this is somebody that you really, really care about, don't do ultimatums. That's never fun. That never feels good, right? To be like, well, dang, like, and it doesn't feel good, and I don't think it feels good for either party, right? Like, Sagittarius, if that's you, like, I don't think you want to be giving this person an ultimatum, but maybe you feel like you have no choice. And then it doesn't feel good on that person's end, because it's like, dang, I feel like somebody thinks you would throw them away like really quickly, or like that's what they feel. For those of you that have maybe proposed this ultimatum, it's like, dang, you would just throw me away like that. Like, that's wild. Okay, somebody's a little hurt here, definitely. And I think it's a mirrored, so you could be dealing with somebody who you may feel like you have a mirrored soul connection with. So it's like you're hurt, but you're masking it in a different way than this person might mask it. So it's just, you're looking for something. You're looking for some sort of, I just heard revival of this connection. And I think you're just pulling at straws to like see what's going to get your partner's attention. So yeah, I kind of feel like if for those of you in partnership, your partners may be very complacent with where y'all are at. Like, you know how people sometimes can get really too comfortable in a relationship and they just kind of stop doing the things that they initially did to like keep the interest going, keep the passion going, keep the sparks going, keep the actual relationship. It's almost like if you're living with this person, it feels more or less like a roommate than an actual love connection. And I think that bothers, I just heard you. So that could bother you, Sagittarians. Like, I don't want a roommate. Like, I want a lover. I want a partner. I want, you know what I mean? I don't want this to feel like we're just two people inhabiting in a house. Like, that's just not the vibe that you want to go for. So, yeah, maybe the person you're connected to has kind of lost themselves a little bit, or just maybe they're not even aware that they've gotten a bit complacent and they've kind of fallen off whatever things they used to do to kind of let you know that they're interested in. It's like somebody's craving intimacy where it seems like that intimacy is lost. Not even just physically, right? Like, we don't even talk anymore. We don't, like, we used to stay up until early in the morning, whatever. I mean, I know we all grown. We got jobs, you got things to do, so you can't be up till 3 a.m. talking. But just even like having interesting conversation or just like asking questions and just kind of like doing that relationship work. You know what I mean? It just feels like two bodies next to each other. There's nothing else there. And I think Sagittarians, I don't think you like that. For those of you in that situation, I don't think you like that at all. Yeah, this is what you want. Okay? Your partner elevates your mind, body, and soul. This feeling of pleasure is electrifying. I think this is how this kind of started off. So maybe Sagittarians, maybe that ecstasy and all of that wonderful electrifying pleasure. Yes, it's what you're craving, or again, this could be your person. Maybe that's what they're craving from you. I almost want to say like maybe all of that kind of happened too quickly. So I kind of feel like for this timeline where you guys are with somebody, okay, I kind of feel like you didn't really get a chance to get to know each other and build some sort of like, I want to say friendship before activating all this ecstasy. So like all of that can kind of cloud and make things really a little muddy, and it feels really good and it's really exciting and it's just like, you know, euphoric and all of that. But then after a while, in order for the relationship to continue, you got to start building that. You know what I mean? You got to really get through the mundane aspects of being with someone, but do so in a way where you both feel fulfilled. And I think that that's the spot that somebody's at right now. All right, like you're used to each other now. I think that's what it is. So if that's you, Sagittarians, just make sure, okay? Don't go looking for excitement somewhere else just because it's not being given to you in a relationship. Like, make sure you communicate that. Make sure, you know, you give your person a chance to step it up before you make a choice or a decision around where this relationship could be going. Because again, if you're not communicating that that's what you want and you're just assuming that your partner knows that that's what's missing and lacking, or that's what you're craving, I just would never assume that. Always say it. And even if this person might say, oh yeah, I kind of figured that that's what it was, or I know, then okay, cool. But at least you said it. Because if they didn't know and you didn't give them a chance to kind of shake off whatever this kind of, I'm seeing like the 7 of Pentacles, like shake off this kind of stagnant kind of plateau energy, or just kind of like, oh yeah, maybe I have been I've kind of fallen off of, again, my game or some way, or just kind of like, yeah, they haven't been doing what they typically would do. Maybe they've fallen into a little bit of a rut. It's like, give them a chance to get out of it before you make the decision to just be outside. Okay. Just my advice, my 2 cents. Okay. You don't got to take it, but it's there for you. All right. But for my singles, mingle. Okay, go do. If you gotta use it, use it. Okay, use it responsibly. Again, responsibly. To whom much is given, much is expected. Okay, use your powers wisely here, Sagittarius. Yeah, love at first sight. You might have a lot of people falling in love with you here, Sagittarius. For my singles, definitely there are people who have eyes on you that feel like they're in love. They're in love with the way you walk, they're in love with the way you talk or the way you look or just how you move. Something about your energy, just yeah, you, if for those of y'all that are like really mingling and getting out there, you got a lot of people who feel like they love you. That the instant gravitational pull you two felt when you first meeting lets you know that this is a soul connection. So this could also be for the group that is with somebody where things are a little stale. This is where I feel like Sagittarius, you want to get back to that feeling. Yeah. You want to feel pulled to this person again. You want to feel that kind of soul ignition. Six of Cups energy is just like coming in my mind too. It's like you want to feel that again where I hate to say, I kind of feel like for those of you that are with somebody, it's like, yeah, they definitely have fallen off. Like, I think sometimes people can really like pursue people and love and put it all on and do all the things because they want to be seen a certain way or received a certain way. And then it's like once they get you, all that goes out the window. They're like, okay, I got you now. Like, I don't have to do that anymore. So some of y'all could be with somebody like that. I give that, it's kind of like a boo. You know what I mean? Like tomato, tomato. We don't know. You gotta keep doing the things that you was doing because that's what I like. You understand what I'm saying? Don't fall off of that. That has to keep going. So, and I think that could be pissing you off. For those of you that might be a little angry, I think that's what's pissing you off. It's like, oh, so you just did all that to just get me. That's not even like who you really are from your own soul. So some of you, that's the case. Yeah, I do think for some of you that whoever this person showed you or however they were treating you or however they were acting, all the things they were doing, that's not really, I guess it's not really authentic to them. So it gives me that. It gives me like this person maybe felt like they had to do certain things to get you. But they would never really do those things for other people. Yeah, it's like those things don't come natural to them. So they went out of their natural flow of love and expression to try to get you. They got you. And then they fell back into their natural flow of love and expression, which is not who they were in the beginning. Like, it's not what they did. It doesn't match. So just for another example, for the sake of this like ringing in my head and I have to get it out until it goes. Let's say this person is not naturally, like, their love language is like not gift giving. They're not really big gift givers. They're not really like, I don't want to say they're not generous in that way, but it's just kind of like that's just not how they show love. But they maybe saw or felt like that would be the way to get to you or get you. So they just bought you all these things and they were just kind of spoiling you left and right. And then they got you and then all of that just kind of faded. And it's like, okay, but like, that's my love language. You know what I mean? Like what happened, what's changed, what shifted, because that just was not who they naturally were. Okay. Others of you where you're single and you're out, I kind of feel like just be mindful and be mindful of that. Okay. That it's, yes, you're in a very fun, a very exciting energy. Things might feel really good to just kind of have fresh eyes on you or your eyes on fresh people, fresh faces, like just all this other thing. It could be really, really fun, really, really good. Just be mindful that that initial energy is really great and fun, but it might not be an authentic representation of who these new people actually are. So just make sure you're giving new relationships time, okay? Because time tells all. Over time, some things fall off, some things change. You could tell, okay, like that wasn't really you. So just be mindful of that. Don't maybe get your hopes up too soon in the sense of like, oh, this is who this person is. It's like, yeah, no, that could be who they think they have to be to talk to you, to get to know you, to get around you. That might not really be who they are. So just be careful. Be very, very careful here, Sagittarians. But have your fun for my singles out there, but be careful. Okay, anything else? I did feel my solar plexus a little bit. And I am getting a little bit of pressure in my throat chakra here, okay? So maybe for the group of y'all that are with someone, maybe this is like a hard thing to say, like, or you don't know how to tell your partner that they've kind of fallen off a little bit. I just heard don't feel loved. Yeah, somebody just doesn't feel loved. Or they're questioning whether they're loved or not. Like, do you really love me? Because you're definitely not the person I met. Love at first sight. Yeah. So maybe that's the case, Sagittarians. For those of you with people, maybe that's how you and this person got together. The vibes were really good. It was just kind of like they kind of came off as this dream person for you, or just this. Oh, I just heard Casanova. Okay. So they could have been really, really like suave and really kind of smooth and going out of their way to be like that, right? To kind of impress you. But that's not who they are. And that's pissing somebody off. So this is just a reminder here, Sagittarians, and for everybody else tuning in, make sure that you are always yourself as much as possible. If you feel like you got to be somebody different to get somebody, they're probably not the one for you. Okay? And I know that might be hard to hear. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard reality to accept, but it is true. The people for you will like who you are. Not anybody that you pretend to be. And anybody who likes your pretending person is probably pretending themselves. Not all the time, but most of the time that's the case. Okay? So yeah, I'm seeing the star card. So just whoever's tuning in now, be authentically you. No matter what. Okay? And let your needs be known. I just heard that really, really loud. Let your needs be known. Some of you, that's why we're doing the throat chakra incense here. You got to open up a little bit and say, hey, you know what I mean? Not doing the things that you was doing, and I need you to get back to that because I missed that. Because it could be, for some of y'all, maybe not all of y'all, but it could just be simply that they, you know, they've allowed themselves to get really comfortable in the relationship and maybe felt like, oh, you don't need those things anymore. So that's why you might need to say, yeah, no, like I need the little sweet text messages, or I need the flowers on Friday, or you know what I mean? Like I need those things, and the foot rubs or back rubs or whatever was going on in the beginning. It's like, I need that. Okay. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need here, Sagittarians. Let's get into it. Thank you so much, Divine, for connecting me here to Sagittarius-Capricorn cusp energies and Sagittarius-Capricorn placements. And my soul tribe that might be tuning into this reading. What important messages do Sagittarius-Capricorns need to be aware of in the now moment? Important love messages connected to Sagittarians, around Sagittarians. What do they need to know about love and romance? There we go. All of this at once, okay? Friends with benefits in reverse. Yeah, the benefits have stopped. And this is the roommate energy. Like, I'm not even getting the benefit of you being in this house or like being around me. Like, what's happening? This is how I feel like everything started. Hanging out. You guys are maybe crushing on each other. Just was hanging out kind of thing. Or this is how it's kind of like fallen into. Because this card says like dating doesn't always have to be fancy dinners. Spending quality time with someone can be romantic, fun, and chill. But I think the thing about it, and again, ego versus self, the thing about it is if this person started off with fancy dinners and that was like consistent, you're like, okay, like this is what we do. This is what I like. To then switch up and be like, oh, like let's just Netflix and chill is like, wait, huh? And that's, I mean, not saying every single time, every date has to be a fancy dinner, but if it becomes like we don't even go out no more, like I haven't been able to dress it up for you and like go out and have a night on the town or something like that, like whatever y'all used to do in the beginning, it's like we haven't even done that in years. I just heard months. You know what I mean? It's like what, yeah, hanging out can be definitely cool. Chilling can definitely be cool. It doesn't always have to be that. But if that's how you introduced yourself, or that's what kind of got this whole connection together, it has to pop back up every once in a while, right? I feel like this is like the key to like not losing the spark in your relationship. It's the ego versus the self. Don't fall for the trap of always listening to your ego. Okay, that's for some of y'all where you're like, I'm about to be outside if you don't get it together. Like, don't do that. I'm laughing because I feel it from like a very fed up, like I don't know what else to do. But try not to do that, Sagittarius, okay? But trust the guidance of your true self, because our egos can easily influence our thinking with fear, right? So again, yes, hanging out can be fun and chill. But if y'all didn't start out hanging out like that, you just gotta do the things that created that spark. You can't fall off of that. You just can't. Again, don't have to be every time y'all go out, but every once in a while, throw it in there, shake it up a little bit, mix it in. Just so that that vibe, it's like there's something about, for whoever I'm speaking to here, there's something about when y'all are in that energy, or I think you just maybe something's very like mundane about it, and it's like you maybe miss getting dressed up, again, regardless of your gender, right? Like for my masculines out there, going to get your fresh cut, you know, maybe go and get a new fit, whatever. It's like you miss the whole preparation process to present yourself in that way for each other and then go out, because I think the energy, the magnetism that maybe both of you have when you're out like that, y'all always have a good time. Like it's just, it's some of like, I think if you look back, for those of y'all with somebody, some of your best times, best memories were during those types of dates. Okay, so again, don't gotta be every single time, but don't lose that. Don't lose that. Don't let the ego make you feel don't let the ego make you feel like going and acting out is the only option, or just kind of like, it could even be this person's ego a little bit, like how could I say that, Divine? I'm like feeling what they're feeling. I'm trying to put it into words, Sagittarius. Give me a second. I feel like somebody something has happened. I can't get away from that. Something has happened for your person or whoever you're with to change a little bit. And so now they're maybe having, okay, I just heard money. It could be money. Money, and this feels like a masculine energy. So like money and a masculine's energy and their ego, all very much so wrapped in. It's how they're conditioned. That's just the way it is. Okay. And I think either if there's been some money problems, money issues, money shifts, it's like now they're projecting their insecurity or projecting their fears or their worry. I kind of get from like a really kind of petty and a little agitated space, like, oh, is hanging out not good enough for you now? And it's like, no, it's not that it's not good enough. It's just not how you was moving before. So like, yeah, I think the ego versus self is for both of y'all. Okay. For my couples. Now, singles out here, that could be a part of it as well. If somebody that you like or that you're interested in is like, let's hang out. If you're single, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You know yourself. You know what you like, right? But like, it's okay to spend time with the people that you're really, really interested in. What I'll say is, for my single Sagittarians, not everybody deserves your time, especially for my feminines. You got to understand your feminine power and what it means when you do spend time with masculine energy. Okay? Like, you don't, because some of y'all, I just feel like, yeah, friends with benefits in reverse. Just be mindful that you're not going down the road of friends with benefits if that's not what you want. With it being reversed, that's what I feel like is off the table, out the window. We're not doing that. I'm out and about to try to maybe find a partner in life. You know what I mean? Like, you're out and about with intention. Okay, so ego really has a lot to do with it. Just making sure that you're not operating from an inflated ego where it's a delicate thing. It's like, I almost feel like someone might, if you're resonating with this, it would be best to maybe do a personal reading to see kind of how the ego really is a play in all of this. And maybe that's what we'll look into in the extended. But friends with benefits says someone may be interested in an intimate connection with no strings attached. Be prepared for all that may be in store. And that's what I mean. And that's why I'm cautioning you with the hanging out. Just be careful that you're not accepting a situation that you do not want. You know what I mean? Especially like with money, and money isn't necessarily everything, but you got to know what you want, period. Okay? I know there's a lot of different theories and talk about, what traditional relationships are traditional relationships even in existence anymore? What's the modern woman, the modern man, and all these other things, right? Like, so you just got to know where you are on that spectrum of the dating market, I guess you could say. And be sure, especially for my singles, that you are not dating below your market value, or you're not, you just keep it in a reality. You're not aiming a little too high either. Like, just make sure that you aren't selling yourself short, period. Okay, with the hanging out. Because with friends with benefits in reverse, and I'm going to keep it in reverse because every time I try to turn it around, it's like, no, that's not what you want. So casually hanging out isn't necessarily going to yield you away from that. Casually hanging out is more than likely going to lead to a friends with benefits situation, especially with the wine involved here and the alcohol and the, if you recreationally use drugs, whatever the case may be, the environment, things happen when you're just casually hanging out, right? Like, just, again, don't put yourself in a position to create an environment or create a relationship that you really, truly don't want. Yeah, self-love, bottom of the day. As you love who you are, you become more confident in your relationships and with yourself. And this is what I mean. Know who you are, know what you want, right? If you are cool with friends with benefits, then okay, this probably might not be the reading for you with it being in reverse. You don't necessarily enjoy getting all dolled up or dressed up or kind of getting fresh for that type of fancy dinners. Like, that's not even your vibe. That's not your bag. Then okay, cool, right? But just don't settle for anything less than what you want. Really. Serious. And I'm super, super serious on that. Okay, if you set a standard, you set a boundary, you stick to that standard and you stick to that boundary, because baby, there are so many people in this world who will rise to it. And don't let any low effort individuals try to convince you that your standards are too high either. Okay? Okay. Just gonna leave that there. I kind of want to read on self-love, so I'm gonna leave this as our fourth card here for this reading. And let's get into the tarot. All right, Sagittarians. So friends with benefits in reverse. Ego versus self and hanging out with self-love divine. What's important for Sagittarius-Capricorn energies? To know about friends with benefits, ego versus self, hanging out, and self-love. Ooh. Hold on one second. Yeah, I don't know why this looks so weird. All right. my focus is on. All right. Thank you so much, Savine. Tell me more about friends with benefits in reverse, ego versus the self, hanging out, and self-love for Sagittarius-Capricorn. Six of Wands. Yeah, some of you guys are definitely strutting your stuff is what I just heard. Like, there's a whole self-love parade going on for some of y'all. Like, you're just really in your vibe. You're really in your own energy. You're really stepping into who you are as a person and just kind of like letting it shine out, which I think is so beautiful. And you're also getting a lot of acknowledgement, a lot of recognition for it, a lot of eyes on you. Like I say, there's maybe a few people here, Sagittarians, who might have seen you or will see you, and they're going to feel like they're instantly in love, okay? Always take that a little bit with a grain of salt, especially for those of y'all hanging out, okay? Especially if you're hanging out in environments where there is alcohol involved or recreationals. Just don't take nothing too seriously. Okay, that's just my word of advice. Again, my 2 cents. I guess I'm just giving you a lot of my 2 cents here in this reading, Sagittarius. But you do what you want to do. You follow your higher self, okay? Because people say a lot when the alcohol flows. All right. Especially if they're charming and they real slick. Just stay on your P's and Q's, okay? Tell me more about friends with benefits in reverse. Why is friends with benefits in reverse for Sagittarius, Capricorn? Low effort. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, no, I want an investment. And again, for my feminines out there, please, do not let any masculine energy, and I don't know why I'm doing it from the feminine masculine perspective, but I'm gonna just flow with what's coming up. Don't let any masculine energy haggle with you around your standards and what you feel you deserve. Okay, just say you don't got it. Just say you don't want it. Just say that's not what you're interested in and move on. Don't try to bargain and deal with me around what it is that I want. Yeah, if I don't want friends with benefits, I don't want friends with benefits. Don't offer me friends with benefits then, because it's not what I want. Or if that's all you have to offer, then you're not the person for me. Like, dry, cut and dry like that, Sagittarians. And I really, really mean that with the Page of Pentacles. Like, yeah. I feel like you want to graduate from that. Like, and yeah, you just want to graduate from that. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, it's time for a change. It's a time for a shift. That's the old story. New you. New day, new you. New month, new you. New year, new you. Okay? New minute, new hour. Okay? It don't matter. I just think you're ready for something different. Yeah. You're ready for a different narrative. You're ready for a different story. And I think you're just ready for different options too. So for some of you, you might be hanging out in spaces that you don't normally hang out in, like really trying to meet new and different people rather than these same old in the same environments. Like I said, maybe this is just, I'm probably not going to find your person in the club. You know what I mean? Don't gotta be, but just, I mean, because some people do. Some people do find love in the club, and that's a beautiful thing. But I just think you're ready for something different. Yeah, something different. Okay, so that opportunity to align with something different is definitely here for you, Sagittarians, when it comes to love and romance. I do want to say follow your intuition and follow your instincts around the spaces and places you need to be in and the ones that you don't. Okay, because it does feel like your higher self is trying to navigate you. Sometimes the Wheel of Fortune for me can be like a compass trying to point you in the right direction, trying to spin you in the right in the right path or towards the right environments. Okay, clarify the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune for friends with benefits in reverse. Yeah, we're out of that. We're done with that. Low effort. I keep wanting to say low effort. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so for some of you, this is graduate. Oh, I was going to say this is graduating out of more, yeah, the Tower and the Ace of Swords coming out like that. Crazy. Yeah, you have extreme. Sometimes the Tower is like extreme energy. amplifies everything around it. You have extreme clarity around what it is that you do not want and what you do, what's worth your investment and your time and what's not. Whether you are a masculine or a feminine, definitely for my masculines out there, same thing. Know your worth, know who you are. You understand? Know the market value you got and utilize that to your advantage. But don't just settle for any old thing. Don't just give your time and space to just any old body. Okay? Don't waste your time. It's valuable. Page of Pentacles. I think that's what some of you guys are learning. Like, my time is more valuable, or I'm worth more than just a casual hookup situation. Okay? So with the Tower and the Ace of Swords, again, you're gaining extreme clarity around that pattern, and maybe even learning how to pick out the signs around who's maybe only interested in that with you and who's actually has the capacity or the desire to offer that investment that you're looking for. Okay, so I love that. I love that. Love that. Love it. Yeah, with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, you're moving forward with so much clarity. Okay. And I feel like breaking away from that own pattern, maybe within yourself, to settle for that. Yeah? Okay? Tell me more about the energy between Friends with Benefits in reverse and ego versus the self. Okay, 2 cards. 5 of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Yeah, don't go searching or out. I just heard flaunting. Don't go flaunting just because something feels a little bit shaky at the moment, or don't go looking for what you think is missing. For my peoples in relationships, okay? This is just, I don't know. I feel like you got to ask for what you want. You got to kind of step into the King of Wands and be a little bit maybe more direct, okay, with what it is that you're feeling, where you kind of sense and feel in the relationships you're in now, for those of y'all that are with someone, and like how you want to get out of the 5 of Pentacles with this person. Because some of y'all, it's like, the relationship's just gone cold, and it's like, I care for you, I love you, and I want to kind of heat it up a little bit, but like, if you don't want to do that, then I don't want to waste my energy either. So again, there's just could be a lot of conversation that has to happen here, my Sagittarians, especially for those of y'all in relationships, right? Don't let your ego lead you away from something that might just be going through a slight little rough patch, a little bump in the road. No relationship is perfect, right? But make sure that you're not throwing away somebody who you really, really care for, or who is really worth your time, just because you maybe don't want to communicate what you need. Like, again, I think some of y'all got to really face that and just throat chakra. Let it out, speak about it, say it, communicate it, let it be known. And then if this person responds in a way that's like, okay, well, you're not going to give me that after I've asked for it, then make decisions from that space, okay? So you got that there with the ego versus self. So can I get one specific energy though here, Divine, between one specific energy between Friends with Benefits in reverse and ego versus self? Okay. You got 8 of Wands. Yeah. Moving on and moving forward, shifting quickly. So I think the moment that you guys maybe even realize you might, for those of y'all, be operating out of a little bit of a shadow, a little bit of your ego, I think you're going to shift out of that quickly. Okay. But deciding, the decision, choices and decisions that came out in your pre-channel, to say no more low effort. Like, if you're not available for the type of investment that I want to make when it comes to love and romance, then it's off the cards. Like, it's not available. Like, I'm not available. You're not in my world. You don't exist. And I know that sounds harsh, but like, for real, like, it has to be that I'm moving forward. Like, I'm shifting out of that. So like some of this is vibrational. I almost feel like your vibration is shifting, Sagittarians, where it's not going to necessarily stop people who kind of want to haggle with you around your standards and around what you want from approaching you. It'll just you'll just be a lot more sensitive to like who's really in that investment energy, wanting the same things that you want, and who's truly not. And maybe that's a part of it with the devil, like who's really putting on a facade as well. Because people will say everything that they think you want to hear to try to be the person that you want or to choose, yet that's just not who they are. So you're having some energetic shifts right now that are definitely going to align you. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, and the dreams, especially with the moon card right here. About, like, some of you, I do feel like you're praying for guidance and clarity, and the Tower and the Ace of Swords is happening. So maybe even for those of you in connections, you could be parting ways with a partner that you've been in that was a bit of an ego thing or ego-based relationship, okay, but not in a healthy way with the devil here. So maybe the divine is bringing in that Tower so that you can see clearly that you're with someone who maybe doesn't have all that you need, and that there are a lot of options out there who can provide what you need. So again, don't settle, right? So maybe some of you guys are having a little bit of that spiritual awareness shift around where you're at, who you're with, and like what needs to change with the Wheel of Fortune in order for things to feel like it's more in alignment. Yeah, I'm seeing the Star card again, but tell me now about ego versus self. Tell me now about ego versus self. We've got the period. Okay, you've got the World and the Sun. Come on now. All right, now. I just heard that, yeah, put an end, for some of y'all, put an end to letting your ego be in the driver's seat. For some of y'all. Especially if this is, again, that Five of Pentacles with the King of Wands, where, yeah, you might be a little worried about where you and this person are at, but don't let your ego drive. Don't, the Sun can kind of be childlike energy, like just try to shift out of any sort of childish behavior. All right, and I say that with love, Sagittarians, okay? Not that you guys are childish at all, but, and again, this could be your person. Yeah, Justice. It's just because you want to be on the right side of karma. You just don't want the scales to balance, and then it's like, oh, shoot, I really kind of, like, played myself, right? Like, all out of ego. Like, just don't let your ego be in the driver's seat. Let your higher self drive you, okay? Let your higher self drive you. With the World and the Sun is like, yeah, you are, for some of y'all, especially my singles, you're completing this cycle where you were open and available to less than what you deserve. And again, with the Tower and the Ace of Swords, it's like some of you are stepping into high levels of clarity around how you've been playing yourself. Oof. Talk about it. How you have been playing yourself, settling for so much less. Okay, not anymore. Sun and the World, that says you've learned that lesson and it's time to shine out. Yeah, it's time to start mingling, okay? It's time to get on out there. That's exciting though. Tell me more about the World and the Sun for ego versus self for Sagittarius-Capricorn. King of Cups. Okay. Aquarius, Pisces energy. Oh, I just heard that. That's really sweet. I just heard I'm a lover, not a fighter. Okay. Okay, Sagittarians. Get into your lover bag. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, you know what, though? I feel like there could be a King of Cups circling you or like in your... Because, yeah, the World is a circle. The Sun is a circle circling you. Ooh, that's kind of giving me like shark vibes. Ooh. Are you kind of being, oh, some of y'all are, I don't want to say like being hunted, but yeah. I just heard picked up your scent. So somebody definitely has their eyes on you. They definitely have some sort of fixation here, especially with the Devil here. There could be somebody that's very, very fixed on you, Sagittarians. Like very much so. Feeling a lot of emotions towards you, feeling very emotionally driven, okay? Okay, now this could be the person, for those of y'all in a relationship, you could be in a relationship with a King of Cups, a Queen. Oh, this could be a King of Cups, but it could be a feminine energy in a King of Cups vibration. Okay, that might be having this like ego trip a little bit, or ego versus self. Like they kind of got to put some sort of cycle of childish behavior behind them. Okay. Yeah. Oh, High Priestess. So we're confirming something here. Definitely a lot of confirmation. Okay. But you know who this is. Because I was about to say, like, do we know who the King of Cups is for Sagittarians? But the High Priestess says, yeah, you do. Tell me about this energy between ego versus self and hanging out. Because interestingly enough, you have a lot of major arcana here and a lot of court cards. Yeah, so somebody could definitely be down on funds here, or not necessarily where they once were when they first met you. So it's a rough patch. I think this person, for some of y'all, because they just told me for some. Okay. For some of y'all, this person has a success mindset. They're just maybe, yeah. High Priestess again. They're just maybe, again, life happens, right? You can't control external factors. So this is where it comes to pass here, Sagittarians. For those of you in a connection with someone, you got to know the person that you're with. And that's why I also maybe feel like you maybe didn't get to know this person all that well. So that now that you're in a rough patch, which all relationships find themselves in and out of, regardless of how much you love somebody, right? Like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Your life happens. And I feel like life is happening for this person, and it's making either you feel some type of way where you're just not sure about how to handle it or what to do, or it could be like flaring and igniting egos back and forth, where the higher self needs to come into the picture if this is somebody that you truly, truly love and truly want to be with, right? But you would have to know, like, if somebody's fallen on hard times and they're like, they have no plan to kind of get out of it, they're just sulking and they're just sitting in it, and then they're kind of like expecting you to not, to just let them slide in that. Yeah, that would be being on two different pages. It's like, okay, no, no, no. But person, life happens, hard times, but they're doing all that they can to try to figure something out, or to try to shift into another direction, or pivot, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, they just have that enterprising spirit to just make sure that they get back up on it. This is just a short season, I feel like, for this person. So again, that's what I mean. Don't let your ego flare up in this moment just because someone might be a little down and out right now, or their money might be a little funny due to factors that they can't control. But again, High Priestess, you would know if that's you. You would know if you're in the other situation where this person is just not who they pretended to be, clearly, because they were pretending. Yeah. Almost like a fake it till you make it type of thing. Somebody could have been faking it real hard. Real hard. And now it's like, oh, that really wasn't you. That's not even like, oh no, that's me, but I'm on hard times. That wasn't you at all. Like, pure illusion, double energy. I just heard somebody has a lot to learn. And maybe that's how you feel, Sagittarians, for those of you in this connection. Like, this person just has a lot to learn about life, or they just might be a little naive or a little uninformed when it comes to money and finance, especially with the Page of Pentacles being your first card out and the Devil being the 10th house, which is the house of career, the world stage, how we show up and participate in society, the material plane, right? Like, your gains in that area. So yes, maybe somebody projected like they were kind of like big and bad Capricorn energy, like they got their money tight, they rule the material world, and when actually they're just a Page of Pentacles. So anyway, High Priestess, you would know. Again, do not make anything that I just said fit into your story if that is not the case, okay? Clarify hanging out here. The Ace of Cups, yeah. Again. Nothing wrong with just having a fun night in, or just being chill about date nights and things like that. Like, they all matter, they all count. It's the thought, it's the effort, it's the energy. And again, if this is somebody that you genuinely have love for, it wouldn't matter what you guys are doing as long as you guys are together, right? Yeah, the high priestess wants to be out here. Okay, you could be dealing with like a Libra or a Scorpio. That's the high priestess energy for me as a reader. But you have the Ten of Swords, the high priestess, the Page of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. So that just tells me that, again, yeah, some of you know for certain that there has been some external factors that has your person down right now. So maybe that playfulness, that lighthearted energy, and really you being in self-love can definitely help support this person trying to figure out what it is that they need to do. Because I almost feel like a masculine feels pressure to perform when they don't necessarily have the means to anymore. And they're maybe worried that you see them differently. Yeah, like with the Eight of Swords, it's like you see them differently, like you don't necessarily have a compassionate heart towards them, which I don't feel is the case because you do have the Page of Cups. Okay, so you would know if you just really maybe need to be a little bit more emotionally supportive for this person, as they're trying to navigate something that I just heard blindsided them. Yeah, so again, everything would have been good if these outside factors or, life didn't just throw a curveball. And I just heard get back up on their feet. So they are getting back up on their feet, or for those of y'all on that timeline, you know for sure that this person's going to get back on their feet. It's just a matter of time. Others of you, though, I almost kind of feel like somebody's definitely sinking into a pit of misery with the Ten of Swords. And maybe, so another way I'm seeing this is maybe deep down you know that no amount of love or no amount of emotional support is going to help somebody get out of their head. That's what I mean. It's split for some of y'all. Some of you, this person is really like, I just heard dragging. So they could be dragging something out, Ten of Swords. They're really not. They rather just lay there. They'd rather just lay there, let the swords be in their back, and then let everyone maybe cater to them, I kind of feel. And maybe some of you have a bit of like a resistance towards that energy. It's like, I don't mind loving you. I don't mind supporting you. I'm here to help you with whatever. But like, you got to show some initiative. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to just sit here and baby you. Like, we all fall on hard times. Shit happens all the time. You know what I mean? It's about your ability to bounce back. It's about your ability to pick yourself up. And yes, sometimes you might need to sit there for a minute, but don't let it be too long. Don't drag it out for sympathy is what I just heard. Somebody's in like a woe is me type of energy when it's like, shit happen every day, be like, like, I feel like that's you, Sagittarians. Like, you know how many obstacles I've had to overcome? You know how many curveballs I've had to swing at and still try to make something happen? Like, come on, get it going. Where's the gusto? Where's the fire? And again, not necessarily saying that as soon as something happens, you got to just perk right on up. I feel like whoever's in this Ten of Swords, it's been a minute. It's been longer than a minute. Okay, it's maybe been like an hour, maybe a couple of days, where it's like, okay, by now, I don't even see you trying to get up from these swords. And that could be concerning somebody. Because then it's like, whoever's in that type of deep pit of misery, they would take any sort of Page of Cups energy from you, Sagittarians, as they wouldn't see it as a Page of Cups. I feel like they would, again, let their ego get in the way. Do you know what I mean? Like, try to push you away or try to blame you. So be careful. Self-love. Yeah. Self-love. If this person is starting to kind of blame you for life happening to them, that's a big red flag. And maybe that's the Tower with the Ace of Swords. Like now you're getting clarity. Like, oh, you're one of those. Like you're that type. Yikes. Okay. Not what I expected, not what I thought, not what you showed, but now I'm aware. Okay. Wow, that was a deep dive off of 4 cards, eh? Tell me more about this Ace of Cups with hanging out in Sagittarius, okay? Tell me more about this Ace of Cups. This is the way. This is the way, which is one of 2 special cards in this particular deck. The Modern Way Tarot. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. I feel like I just heard compromise. Yeah, for some of y'all, I don't think you mind compromising because it's an Ace of Cups and you know that this person is trying to figure out their way. So again, enterprising, they have a success mindset, like regardless of anyone with like a success mindset or just how could I say that? What I'll say is some people will trap themselves in a victim energy mentally to feel as if there's no way out of hard times and hard situations, right? But the divine always provides a way. You just have to be open to seeing it, right? So hence the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords that somebody's in. But this is the way is like a higher level magician card for me as a reader with this deck. So it's like some of you definitely do not mind, okay, if we got to budget more, we got to budget more. Like if we got to shift and do things, that's cool because I know that it's only a matter of time before you step into that next cycle, the Wheel of Fortune, right? Like before you find success again, the world, yeah, this is just a phase. I know that this is not who you are. I know that this, you know what I mean? So someone could have a little bit of ego around whatever the 5 of Pentacles situation that they're in now, because I don't think this is a normal, I don't think this is an energy that they're used to being in or that you're used to seeing them in. Yeah, Empress. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah. This would be very, very, very much so here, Sagittarius, where you got to trust your intuition on this, okay? You know where you are, all right? But I think at very best with the High Priestess coming out so many times, you know what to do when it comes to this person, okay? You know what to do. You know what to do. That's all I feel like I can really tell you about that. Like, this is the way. You know, if you're in this Ace of Cups, you know you have an Ace of Cups, which can be self-love, right? And maybe this person just needs a little bit of a reminder of what self-love looks like. Because again, when life pulls the rug out from under you, yeah, you are more than entitled to really feel some type of way about it. You got to feel what you need to feel. Be authentic about that. But again, this is kind of pulling back into that energy of make sure you're communicating your needs, making sure that you're kind of giving it a little bit of a chance before you make a choice or decision to kind of exit stage left with this person, okay? Because there is an Ace of Cups on the board. So clarify the Ace of Cups, and this is the way. Yeah, so it's all about perspective. It's all about how you're choosing to see it. And it's all about the work that this person is doing while they're at this 5 of Pentacles and a pause, okay? If even through life hanging them upside down, they're still finding enlightenment, they're still growing, that's a beautiful sign of a very highly emotionally intelligent person. King of Cups, somebody who, again, mindset is on point. They're not going to be hung upside down for long. They're not going to be on pause for long. Maybe the divine is just trying to get them to see something for their next big thing or their next opportunity, their next adventure, right? And there's the Star card, right? So for those of you where you know that that's your person, I just think they need a little extra support here, okay? Because if there's an Ace of Cups, just, it's okay to remind them. And again, if they're not necessarily focused on keeping the spark alive in the relationship, that King of Wands energy, right, Sagittarians? Maybe you go ahead and initiate that while this person's trying to figure that out, just to let them know that you're still with them. Like, because I think somebody definitely feels like they might lose you because they're in this Five of Pentacles situation now. And they could be a little stressed about it because they don't want to lose you, and they know that you deserve whatever you were introduced to with them. But they're just in, again, an unfortunate situation, right? Like, there's something there about that, okay? Again, you know your situation better than any reader, okay? Only giving you the energy. Yeah, you got the Three of Pentacles. So, like, some of you are going to make this decision that, yeah, this can be worked out. Like I said, if we got to hold back, we got to pause all of this so that we can make sure we're good. Let's do it. I don't have a problem because, yeah, the love is there. The love is real. If not, then you would know. Then you would know. All right. So there will be an extended to this love reading here, Sagittarians. That extended will be live on Patreon after we're done with this particular live. So if you're interested, once we clarify the Eight of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles, and get the card to clarify self-love, I'm going to look beyond that card at the bottom of the deck to just kind of get an overall ending outcome energy. Then we'll pull some messages and energies from the Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle to really see the dynamics here. You got the Hierophant, so there's that match. Some of you, this could definitely be a spiritual connection, Sagittarians, okay? Like, either you're clearly in the High Priestess, or you're the one that's like elevating into this Hierophant through this enlightenment with the Hangman. So just take it as how it resonates. But there you go. Queen of Cups, self-care is super, super important. And making sure that you're moving from your heart space with this person is super, super important. If you know that this is really a team player, like somebody who really has the skills, has all they need. They're just, again, life just kind of happens, right? It happens to all of us, the best of us. Nobody is immune from it. All right, that was the Knight of Cups here too. Yeah, so that's what I mean. You might, if you're kind of missing that spark or kind of feel like this person is a little down in the dumps, initiate. Plan a nice fancy thing. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but like put a little thought, put a little effort into making sure that this person knows that you do care for them, you do love them, right? I just heard I'm gonna stick beside them. Like, yeah, like somebody just needs to know that, because, you know, again, ego, money, masculine, it all kind of go hand in hand. So you just gotta understand who you're with, period. And for my singles, because I feel like I kind of went deep down the whole relationship vibe. Again, awareness is very, very key. This is what I'm saying. Pause and halt anything that is not offering you the Ace of Cups. Seeing it from a different point of view, that you have a lot to offer here. And you don't want to be spilling into cups that aren't collaborative with you, that can't build with you. Don't be taken advantage of either. Okay? Okay. Yeah, some of you, Eight of Cups. Some of y'all, not all of y'all, but let's see. Clarify the Eight of Wands here, the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles for Sagittarians dealing with the situation. Thank you. Listen, when the High Priestess wants to be here, she gonna be here. You got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. That's like, what, the fourth time this she's popped out here? So again, the timeline where you guys are now no longer accepting less than what you deserve. You're now standing in your worth, okay? There's going to be a lot of energetic shifts for you around your awareness when it comes to the dating market, the dating world. And you'll know who you can really build with and grow with, and who's just kind of maybe complacent, or who has the capacity to invest in love and romance the way that you desire to, who can match your vibe there, who can really, who's also in their power, who's trying to create. Yeah, the Magician is a creator, a co-creator, who wants to co-create some sort of like team. I get like a team energy. Some of you are looking for a teammate type of vibe. when it comes to love and romance. Not somebody that you gotta like constantly spar with, or like somebody who would leave you to do everything. You know what I mean? Like somebody who's not really about it, about what you're about. So that's a big awareness shift, I feel like, for you. So High Priestess and the Eight of Wands. Pay attention again to the signs, the synchronicities, and your dreams, Sagittarians. Cusp of prophecy. You might even see or kind of get a glimpse of what this timeline might look for you or look like for you in the future. Maybe you might even be getting signs and synchronicities around a King of Cups energy that you're either connected to now or that you will be connected to soon. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. The Lovers. That's what I'm saying. Love goes through its ups and downs, but love is truly a choice. When this person or you or whomever is down and out, it's a choice to love them. But if the love runs dry when somebody isn't necessarily in the same position that they were in, or things shift and things change, then was it really truly love, or was it conditional? Devil energy. Ace of Cups is unconditional love. Okay? So definitely talk to the divine about this. Yeah, Queen of Swords. That's what I mean. Sagittarius, some of you got to communicate. Some of you got to communicate. Somebody could definitely, that you're with, like, could be in a rut here. And they're not even realizing that they've maybe withdrawn a little bit. I'm seeing like the Hermit card. Or because they're dealing with some sort of money and finance situation, they're like super hyper focused on work. And maybe you feel a little neglected in the relationship. Then say something. But with the Queen of Swords, I do want to caution, you know, it's okay to be kind about it. It's okay to be sweet about it, right? But tell the truth, though. I think that's what the Queen of Swords is saying. Like, say what you feel. But I don't think you got to chop this person's head off. You can just gently remind them. Okay? Clarify, yeah, that it's a team, that there's, you know, like, I'm here for you. Some of you, that's even just the thing. This person might be the type to kind of shoulder, I guess we can just keep calling them curveballs. Shoulder those. Yeah, the Chariot. This person could be the type of person to just kind of shoulder everything. So maybe that's even what you want to say. Like, I'm here to support. I'm here to help. I'm here to, you know, whatever you may need. How can I support you and help you while you maybe rebuild something or kind of figure out your pivot? Like, what do you need from me? And I feel like this person might even just say, like, let's just hang out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's anything drastic. But for some of y'all, I don't know. It's like it fades in and out. Some of y'all, there could be potentially somebody attempting to take advantage of you. Like, they're not necessarily as go get them as they maybe pretended to be or portrayed themselves to be. And you're just realizing that for some of y'all. Okay. And that would be, yeah, we're probably not as aligned as I thought we were. Or, yeah, that was a bit of an illusion that you were dealing with this person. So clarify the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Felt the Hermit. I felt the Hermit creeping around here. There we go. Right. This person just is finding their way. Definitely finding their way. And maybe they do need a little bit of space too, Sagittarians. And I wouldn't take that personally if that's the case. What I'll say for my singles, though, is I think with the Eight of Wands over the High Priestess, your intuition is heightening, okay? Your ability to see beyond the surface is increasing. Trust what you see. Trust what your spirit's telling you. Trust what your higher self is cluing you into. Don't override it, okay? Because you'll know, the soul will know who's really again, available and has the capacity to invest in love the way that you want to, the way that you desire to. And who doesn't? Okay? So trust yourself. Trust yourself for sure. Trust your perspective as well. Okay? We do have the full energy at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you guys, I think that's for my singles. Yeah, you're in that new cycle, that new energy. And for those of you with someone where, again, this is only a short down swing for this person, they'll be back up on their feet. A new cycle is coming for them. So, you know, do what you want with that information, okay? Clarify self-love here. Why is self-love the overall energy for Sagittarius-Capricorns? Clarify self-love with the bottom of the deck. Ooh, yeah, Knight of Swords. As you love who you are, you become more confident in your relationships and with yourself. And that tells me with the Knight of Swords that some of you are no longer biting your tongue, or no longer in that energy where you feel like you have to bite your tongue around your needs and your wants and your desires in love and relationship. Like you deserve to have those standards. That's just major for somebody here. You deserve to have those standards. It's okay. And again, don't let anybody convince you that your standards are too high. You know what I mean? That's just a sign that they just don't have what you need. They can't meet it. So of course they're going to try to get you to lower the bar so they can. Don't lower the bar. Keep the bar where it's at. Okay. Somebody has the skills to reach up there, or to, you know what I mean? Like you'll meet. There's so many people in the world. You will. Okay. You will. Ooh. Self-love with the Ace of Wands. Back to that vibration energy. Yeah. Ace of Wands again. So new spark, new passion. This is a new spirit. So for some of you, it's like you're really entering, for my singles, you're entering the world, the dating pool market, whatever you want to call it, from a space of deep, deep, deep self-love. And that is going to attract so many different things towards you. So again, trust your instincts, trust your higher self, trust your intuition and your own counsel through the lens of self-love around who actually is in alignment with you, who you can be in this lover's energy with, and who's just not making the cut. Just not making it. All right. But in the extended love reading, we will look beyond the Ace of Wands to kind of get a little bit more information around the highest energetic outcome of all of this energy for you, Sagittarians. And again, we'll look at the sacred geometry of relationships oracle to really see what the energy dynamics are between. I kind of want to peek a little into this King of Cups. Like, who are you? What are you? What you got? Especially with the Ace of Cups out. Okay. And maybe even this Hermit energy too. They could be the same energy. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the energy dynamics are between you and this person, especially for those of you in relationships. We'll definitely kind of see like what's available for y'all to kind of pull through this if need be, or to kind of separate if need be. So then we'll pull some love notes from an oracle deck that I created to kind of see where this person's head and heart is at towards the connection. All right. Especially if they're the ones going through this ego versus self battle, just kind of see what they want you to know about their connection with you. Okay. That'll all be in the extended again on Patreon. That link is in the description box below. Absolutely join me where you feel comfortable, my loves, my Sagittarians. Okay. I also have memberships here on YouTube so that you can get the nice, badges next to your name. You get exclusive perks with that for here on YouTube if you watch my live readings here. And you can show up in the chat with those. And that also comes with some additional short form reads, okay? So check it all out. Again, join where you feel comfortable. I thank you to everybody who's joined me on Patreon. All right, I appreciate y'all so much. We have such a lovely little small but mighty a blooming community there. So thank you guys again for all your love and support. And I will see y'all in a minute for this extended, okay? But Sagittarians, if this is where we part, I appreciate your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to read for you in this moment. It is truly an honor, my Sagittarius Capricorns. Okay, let me know in the comments down below what you connected with from this reading. Did anything speak to you, stand out to you, talk to, or connect with your situation? I absolutely love to hear that from you all in the comments. It truly just brightens my day to see you guys navigate through different situations and find all these discoveries, or just kind of connect in a really, really profound way. And even if it's not that profound and you enjoyed the reading, I'd love to know that as well. So I look forward to reading your comments down below, and make sure you subscribe so you can tune into my next live reading. All right. Thank you to everybody tuned in here live. I will see you all in our next one. Namaste.